In this video, we're going to be talking about 4 things your ex wishes you knew about them. First though, my name is Clay with modernlove.life. Okay, so breakups are complex emotional situations where people often aren't very transparent or very direct about what they feel or what they want. I mean, we might think we're pretty direct, like, hey, I hate your guts, or like, hey, I still love you. But there's often a lot happening beneath the surface that goes unspoken. And so it's important to keep some of these things in mind when we're, connecting with our ex or trying to work things out. The first of which is that, they want to think of themselves as a good person that is doing the right things in life. It's really easy for a lot of people to look at their ex and say, oh, that person's a jerk, that person's awful, that person's terrible. It's also easy for people who are, still in love with their ex to look at their ex and say, oh, that person is amazing, that person's wonderful, that person is the greatest person in the world, that person is the keeper of the keys to my happiness. Whether you're putting them on a pedestal or putting them on whatever the opposite of a pedestal is, putting them in a deep hole somewhere, they're really just a person going through their life, and they're just trying to do the best that they can to do what they think is the right thing. Now, of course, we all have different values and beliefs and understandings of what happened and what didn't happen, so we're going to obviously make different choices, but at the end of the day, they're really just trying to do the right thing. And they want to think of themselves as a good person. And that's why you get some of this weird behavior, by the way. Maybe after they break up, you say, oh, we can still be friends. And maybe they, it seems like they genuinely agree to it. Not the usual, like, oh, let's just be friends and then just never, blow you off kind of thing. But it seems like they genuinely want to be friends with you, genuinely stay in contact with you, but then they, fall off the face of the earth. That's because being in contact with you kind of reminds them of the breakup, of the guilt that maybe they feel, of the pain that maybe they caused you, and they don't want to think of themselves that way. And so they might want to create more space by distancing themselves because they don't want to feel the guilt. And of course, that causes them to feel more guilt because, they think, oh, well, here I am, I promised to stay in touch with you, and I'm not. Now I feel even more guilty. And so there could be kind of like this vicious circle thing, but that's what's probably going on in that kind of situation, is they're just trying to think of themselves as a good person. They're just trying to do the right things. The second thing is that they wanted things to work out. They wanted things to work out. And there's a small part of them that still does want things to work out. We all get into relationships hoping for the best. I don't think anyone really gets into a relationship just like, oh, okay, well, yeah, this will be a great way to pass some time. Maybe, but that's probably not a relationship that's totally worth going to bat for. I think most of us that get into significant, serious relationships, we genuinely want that relationship to work out. And that includes your ex too. That includes the fact that there's probably a difficult, challenging journey for them that got to the point of, okay, this is a great relationship, I'm excited for this, I want this to work out, to the point where they felt like they had to end the relationship. They wanted the relationship to work out. They wanted to genuinely believe that it was going to be, the relationship of their life. And there's probably also still a part of them that wants this to happen. Especially if the breakup was kind of recent, there's probably still part of them that says, hey, part of me still kind of deep down wishes that it didn't have to end this way. Part of me still has some sort of hope that we can overcome all of this. Part of me still has some sort of hope that, maybe this is all just some sort of terrible dream and we can go back to having this great connection, great bonding, great experience together like we used to, or something along those lines. So again, it's a difficult journey for them, and they're just trying to see themselves as a good person. The third thing they probably would like you to know is that they don't want drama in their life. They just want peace and harmony. I know there's all sorts of different people out there with all sorts of different personalities. And, sometimes you hear about people and it's like, wow, that person, seems like kind of a spicy personality, or that kind of person seems like they're, got it together or whatever. But no matter where they're coming from, no matter whether they're a man or a woman or a spicy personality or a warm bowl of milk personality like me, they probably just want to have a harmonious, peaceful life and a harmonious, peaceful relationship. Granted, there could be lots of things that prevent them from doing that. Limiting beliefs, past life experiences, misunderstandings, things like that. But that's probably what most people really want here. If they believe that being in contact with you is going to cause a lot of drama, then they might intentionally create that space. They might intentionally kind of push back. Now, granted, if they tend to have a lot of drama in their life anyway, they're probably not going to do that, and they're probably going to welcome that advance and use it in some way to kind of keep the drama circus going on in their life. But still, that's not what they want. People want to have harmonious, peaceful relationships. And you can do that, but it's going to require certain things like getting on the same team, having clear communication with one another, and building trust over a period of time. These are all things that we talk about in our course called Effortless Connection. You can check it out over at modernlove.life/EC. modernlove.life/E as in effortless, C as in connection. But yeah, that's there for you. Not going to twist your arm. Check it out. If it seems like a good fit for you, cool. If not, no worries. They want to have a peaceful existence. I hope that you're finding ways that you can start to show that to them. I hope you're starting to find ways that you can show them that you do see them as a good person, that's doing the right things, that's doing the best they can. You do recognize that, yeah, your relationship had challenges, but you're also recognizing that there's probably a part of both of you that secretly wants to work this out. And you're also doing what you can do to minimize drama and to create a peaceful and balanced harmony between the two of you. Fourth thing that your ex secretly wants you to know is that they secretly really hope that you hit the thumbs up button for this video because they like this channel and you like this channel, and that means that that's 2 thumbs up, right? All right. Anyway, I got to get better about working these little jokes into it because, I think I just have too much of a flat personality or something. I don't know. Seriously, though, hit the thumbs up button. Fourth, they want you to know that they're a human and they just want to be treated like one, Like we were talking about before, they're not this person up on a pedestal. They're not this person down in a deep, dark hole that's a, total awful person, most likely. They're just a human being. And they want you to be able to interact with them like a human being. They don't want you to interact with them like they're, God's gift to the world or anything like that. They don't want you to interact with them like they're anything else, like they're, a man, and that you need to treat them with the secret language that only men understand if you want to get them to commit, or that they're a woman and you need to communicate to them with the secret women's language, or that you need to, play mind games, or that you need to do anything, because, they're just a human being. They're conflicted, they're imperfect, they're confused about life, like all of us are. I think when we're young, we can look at certain authority models in our life, like our parents, our teachers and stuff, and we think that they have it all figured out. But I think part of becoming an adult is to realize that, nobody really has it figured out. We're all just floating through life, doing the best that we can, and we all have lots of problems, we all have lots of confusion, we all are just trying to do our best. Even the people that you looked up to, like your parents or your teachers or other, idols that you might have for some reason. But your ex is a person. They're not someone who has it all figured out. They're not someone who is just going to say, yes, we will get back together. No, we will never get back together. They're going to feel confused about this. They're going to feel all sorts of things about this. They're going to feel everything in between, just like you are. And if you can remind yourself of that, if you can remind yourself that they are just a human being who has all too human experiences of sadness, disappointment, trust, hope, joy, ecstasy, disappointment. Did I already say that? Anything else in between, it's going to help you connect a lot better with them. And it's going to help the two of you bond much more. And the fifth thing that you can do, fifth thing that they would probably appreciate that you knew, was that they genuinely cared about you and your time together. People start relationships because they hope for the best. People start relationships because they want the best. They genuinely do care about their partner, most likely. Breakups can end and people can have hurt feelings. People can feel betrayed. People can, have all sorts of stories that they tell themselves. But beneath all of that, if you look at how they showed up in the relationship, they probably did really care about you. And you probably really did care about them, despite all of the problems, despite all of the challenges, despite everything. And if you can remember that, if you can remember that they're just a human being, that genuinely cared, that might be a little bit hurt, that might be a little bit confused, might be a little bit whatever, who just want some peace and harmony in their life, that just wanted to have this great relationship, that feels all sorts of human things and just wants to see themselves as a good person, it's going to allow you to connect so much better. Just remind yourself these things and take them forward with you as you go forward, having a great relationship with your ex, with anyone else, with yourself. But yeah, thanks so much. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll talk to you next time.